Hello there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're someone who is subscribed. My name is Wandalee, and in this video I'm going to be sharing the features of the stackable Samsung washer and dryer right over here, which I just purchased. I'm super excited to use. And the reason why I'm making this video is because when I purchased this washer and dryer, I kind of wanted to know what all those features meant, because it does have a lot of options when it comes to the features for drying and washing specific types of clothing. So I couldn't find that video, so I figured I'd create it for all of you if you're interested in purchasing this, so you can see exactly what the washer and what the dryer has to offer you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so before I get into the features, if you have a small laundry space, these work really well. My laundry space is pretty much like a nook. It's a closet, and I was able to stack the washer and the dryer right on top. You can also put them side by side. The reason why I couldn't do that is because on this side of my you open up this door. On this side of the closet, I do have my boiler, but if you don't have your boiler in your closet, you can easily put them side by side and have a lot of room. So you can see that there's still little space on top. You can also install the little drawers if you have a higher space. I wasn't able to because the height of the closet, and also I didn't want to because right now with them being stacked, I'm 5'3" and I can easily reach all the buttons without stepping on a stool. If I had it, if I had the drawer in between, I would have had to step on a stool. So I can easily reach everything without needing a stool. Okay, so this one's the washer right here, and this is the dryer on top. And I want to start with the dryer first. Okay, I'm going to show you the inside. I'm going to link the model number in the description box below because it's a really long number, but here's the inside, what it looks like. All right, it was the inside of the dryer. It's really cool because it has a light right there so you can see. And right here you have the lint thingy that you have to change after each dry. So it's right there for you. It's nice and big. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all the features because it does have a lot of options. And any normal person wouldn't know like which one of these to use. Yes, like if you're drying activewear, like you can put it on activewear, but what exactly does that mean? So I'm going to be breaking down what each of these buttons actually means. All right, so first things first, I'm going to turn it on. And it makes such a pretty little sounds right there. Okay. Then the next thing you would do is you would turn the cycle selector. So you would choose which one of these you want to use. And I'm going to break down each one and what specifically it means to use these, because it's easy to say, oh, I'm throwing in bedding, but what exactly does the dryer do differently when you select the bedding option? You can also adjust the time, but the only way that you can adjust the time that you want your clothing or your blankets to dry is if you are using the time dry cycle, the quick dry cycle, or the air fluff cycle. All the other cycles already have a programmed time, dryness, and temperature. Okay? Something else that may pop up on this screen right here is the damp alert, and the damp alert indicator will blink if 80% of your clothing is dry, and it will allow you to take out the everything that is dry and to leave everything in that is not dry. Okay, and as you can see, I have not used mine yet and I haven't selected a cycle. That little picture right there that looks like a raindrop, that actually means that it's on sensor dry, and that appears when the dryer operates on a cycle that senses the internal humidity to determine the drying time. So like when you put clothing in there, this right here is going to sense the amount of humidity that your clothing has, and the time will adjust as necessary. If you see something like this pop up that looks like a little calendar, that means you need to do a filter check. And if you see a little lock, that means that you have it on child's lock. Okay, I'm not using child lock because one, there's no children in my home, and two, it's already high, so children won't be able to touch it. But if a child was here, I'd probably do the child lock on my washer. Okay, you can also turn the alarm off, and that means the alarm won't go off when your clothes are ready. I like to know when my clothes are ready, so I'm gonna leave my alarm on. All right, now let's talk about each cycle and what each cycle actually entails. For the normal cycle, that's for cottons, work clothes, linen, and mixed loads. And they suggest that you only load it, the dryer, 1/3 if you're using normal. For heavy duty, this is if you're using fabrics such as jeans, corduroys, heavy work clothes. And they also suggest for the best drying to fill it a third full. Then you have bedding, which is for bulky items like blankets, sheets, comforters, and pillows. Again, fill the dryer to a third full. Then you have active wear. This is for water repellent wear, performance clothes, sportswear, and they suggest that you only fill the dryer halfway for this, okay? Then you have sanitize, which is for bedding, curtains, and children's clothing. Again, they suggest that you fill it only halfway for sanitize. Then over here we have delicates. This is for underwear, blouses, lingerie, and they suggest that you fill it halfway. Then you have permanent press. This is for shirts, synthetic fabrics, knits, wrinkle-free cottons, and permanent press items, and they suggest that you only fill the dryer halfway. Then you have quick dry, which is for small loads, and they suggest that you fill it less than half. Okay, then you have time dry, and this is for any load, and you can pretty much fill this one up, and that's when you would adjust the time, dryness, and temperature. Then you have air fluff, which is for foam, any objects that have rubber or plastic like mats. You would use this, and they suggest that you fill it less than halfway. Okay, so for quick dry, time dry, and air fluff, you can adjust the time that your items are drying. And for temperature, the temperature can only be adjusted if you're using time dry. And then for dryness, the dryness can only be adjusted if you're using anything except activewear, sanitize, time dry, quick dry, and air fluff. So these 1, 2, 3, these 5 right here, you cannot adjust the dryness because those already have a programmed dryness pre-programmed for those settings. Okay, if you select the normal cycle, you can adjust the dryness level. Okay, if you select the heavy duty cycle, you can also adjust the dryness level. For bedding, you can also adjust the dryness level. For activewear, you can also adjust the dryness level. For sanitize, you cannot adjust the dryness level because sanitize automatically is going to have a pre-programmed option because it's already programmed to really sanitize and get everything out. So you can't adjust the dryness level for sanitize. That is pre-programmed. Okay. For delicates, you can adjust the dryness level. And for perm press, you can also adjust the dryness level. For quick dry, time dry, and air fluff, you cannot adjust the dryness level, but you can adjust the time. Okay? Not sure if that makes sense. So the quick dry option is immediately going to run on a cycle for 30 minutes. Okay? The time dry option, you would select the amount of minutes, and it's immediately going to go to equal dry function, which saves you obviously on energy. And then for air fluff, it's going to tumble the load in room temperature air. If you're still unsure of how much to fill your dryer, the load size is right here. Okay, that's a suggested load size. It does come with the manual. If you are drying anything that has rubber or heat on it, like foam rubber, rug backs, stuffed toys, or shoulder pads, then you should not dry that on a setting that has heat. Okay, you want to use air fluff for anything that has a rubber backing, or stuffed toys or shoulder pads, okay? For pillows, you want to use the normal setting, okay? And you want to add a couple of dry towels or like those dryer balls to help keep them fluffy, all right? And it says do not dry foam pillows. So you don't want to dry foam pillows on a heated cycle. Also, for plastics, shower curtains, or outdoor furniture, you want to use time dry because then you can adjust the temperature to low so that it doesn't damage your items. For items such as down jackets or sleeping bags and comforters, you want to use the normal setting, okay? And you want to put the temperature on medium. And you want to add a couple of dry towels to absorb any of the moisture from the down comforters. Anything else like blankets that are filled with like that cotton, you could just use bedding for those. But for anything that's down, you want to put on normal. And then you want to put medium temperature and add a dry towel inside. So as you can see right here, if you want to turn on the child lock, you would press both buttons at the same time. You can do wrinkle prevent, which just keeps everything inside the dryer a little longer and it takes out wrinkles towards the end of the cycle. Okay, so you would hold down this button. And if you don't like when the alarm goes off to let you know that your clothing is ready, you would hold down the damp alert button to turn the alarm off. And if you want to know if the drum needs any servicing, then you would put drum light as well. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go over. So to clean this panel, you don't want to use anything abrasive, okay? You want to use a soft, damp cloth. So you don't want to spray it directly onto your control panel because it can ruin it. You want to spray it onto a cloth first. So let's see. Okay, so that stopped flashing. If I wanted to put child lock, I would hold this down. And now that little lock comes on. That means it's child locked. And all that means is that the child cannot press anything. The only thing that will work with child lock on is the power button. Okay, I'm going to turn off child lock because I don't have any children and I don't want that on. If you want to turn the alarm off, you would hold this down and the alarm is now off, but I like the alarm, so I'm going to hold it down again. And now the alarm is back on, okay? I'm actually going to show you, because I know a lot of people are interested in how loud the dryers and washers are, if they're really loud, if they bang around a lot, especially since it's stacked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the features of the washer first. Then I'm going to throw a wash in so you can hear it and see it in action. And then also hear and see the dryer in action. And it makes really pretty sounds, you guys. I love how pretty the sounds are. And you can also pause your load and then start it up again. You don't want to just open up the dryer while it's running. All right, so let's get into the washer. The washer is very similar in that it has all the cycles right at the top. Okay, right over here, you have where you put your soaps. Right in here is where you put your liquid detergent if you're using, and it gives you a max. So the max should come to right about there. If you are using the powder soap, then you would take this piece out and you would put the powder directly in, okay? And you would put it back in if you're using liquid soap. Right here is where you would put your softener, and it also gives you a max. And then right over here is where you put your liquid bleach, and it's liquid bleach only, okay? So the only one that you would need to remove and switch out is your detergent section. So all right, so same thing for the washer. Makes really pretty sounds, okay? It has the alarm off on, it has the child lock as well, okay? Now this one's obviously different. I'm going to go through, it has a lot of the similar cycles as the dryer does, but obviously it has some that are different, and I'm going to go over what each of these cycles actually means. And you can also use OxiClean. I know that's something I use to whiten my clothing, but if you are using OxiClean, then you wouldn't put it inside of the container. You, instead of putting it in here, because that's only for liquid bleach, you would open up your washer, okay? And you would put your OxiClean or your color safe bleach into the washer. If you want to use powder detergent and oxygen booster, then you can put them inside the drum together before loading your laundry. So I realized I didn't give you guys a little tour of the inside of it. Okay, so I gave you a tour of the inside of the dryer. This is the inside of the washer. Okay, this is what it looks like. This one does not have a light, which I'm actually surprised, but this is what it looks like. Fairly nice size, very pretty. All right, now let's go over the different cycles. If you're someone like me and you like when your clothing or your blankets soak a little bit longer in the softener and you want it to smell nice, then you would select pre-soak, and you can actually press that down, and this will add 30 minutes time to the soaking time before it starts to wash your clothing. So if you download an app called Smart Things, then this right here, Smart Care on a washer and dryer, would immediately connect to your phone, and if something goes wrong with your washer and dryer, you'll be notified on your phone. Funny enough, I just purchased a Samsung phone, so I'm going to be downloading the app, and you would have to connect to your washer and dryer, and then if there's an error, you'll be notified through your phone. You cannot control the washer and dryer with your phone, but if something goes wrong, you'll be able to troubleshoot it through your phone using the Smart Care. These right here are little icons that will pop up here. Right now it just says rinse. You see these icons here, like the little t-shirt with the plus sign. If that is lit up, you can add or take out items after the cycle has started, okay? But you would still have to press the pause button to hold and to start, okay? Then if this one is on, that little door that has a lock, that means that the door is locked and it cannot be opened, okay? You can open the door once the icon disappears. And then you have this one that looks like a little calendar or like a little star. That is the self-clean, okay? That indicates that you should clean the drum using the self-clean cycle. And they suggest that you use this self-clean right here after every 40 cycles, okay? After 40 washes, this is going to turn on, and that's going to tell you that you need to self-clean your washer, okay? Then again, you have the child's lock, just like you do for the dryer, and then you have the alarm off and on, just like for the dryer. Now let's get into how do you know which cycle to use. So if you want to use the normal cycle, you would use this for cottons, bed linens, table linens, underwear, towels, shirts. The washing time and the number of rinses are automatically adjusted for the normal cycle, okay? If you want to use the heavy duty cycle, that would be for sturdy, color fast fabrics and heavily soiled items. If you're going to use it for whites, that would be for white items that you can wash with or without bleach. Then you have bedding. That would be for bulky items like comforters, blankets, sheets. It says for the best results to wash only one type of bedding. For bulky items, use liquid detergent and do not roll the items in the drum because they might get stuck to the drum. Then for active wear, that's for exercise wear like sports, jersey, training pants, tops. And this cycle provides effective soil removal with controlled drum rotation for special fabric care. And then you have quick wash, which is for lightly soiled items that you want to finish washing quickly. And it says for best performance, load. And then we have the delicate cycle, which is for sheer fabrics, bras, panties, silk, and other hand washing fabrics only. It says for best performance to use a liquid detergent. Then you have perm press, and that's for wash and wear synthetic fabrics, with light to normal soiled items, and then you have rinse and spin. That's an additional rinse process after the fabric softener is applied to the laundry. So if you want to rinse it additionally once the fabric softener is in there, you would select this. And then you have your self clean, which cleans the drum by removing dirt and bacteria from the drum. And you want to perform this after every 40 washes, but make sure that the drum is empty. All right, you guys, so now that I went over all the features of the washer and dryer, I'm going to throw in a load into the washer. Then I'm going to throw it in the dryer, and I'm going to take you along with me so you can hear and see exactly how it functions. You can see how loud it is or if it shakes around. So here we go. Let's do some laundry. Okay, so I'm going to be washing these dark colors. All right, so now I'm just going to load the washer with all my dark colored items. I actually think I could fit quite a bit more in there, so I'm going to grab a few more things. Okay, so I loaded my clothes. Select perm press. Oh, okay. So I like this because I didn't realize, when I selected perm press, it immediately adjusted the spin, the temperature, and the temperature of the water to what it needs to be at. So you don't even have to adjust all that. So that's good to know. If you're using the normal cycle and you're adjusting these manually, then you could use this chart that is in your manual, okay? But if you're already just selecting one of the cycles, then it automatically does it for you. And as you can see, it's gonna wash for 50 minutes. So now I'm gonna put in my liquid detergent and my liquid softener. Remember, you can only use liquid softener for this machine, and I have the bottles down here. I put them in the cap because I wanna make sure that I don't go past the max amount. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my liquid detergent, and right there, that is to the max. And this is great because if you're like me, sometimes I overdo it with the soap and I end up spending more money. So that's great that it has a max. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my softener. And that also has a max right there. And I'm doing colored, so I don't need to add any bleach. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. All right, and now I'm going to press start. There we go. And this is, you wanna hear how loud it is. I'll let you guys hear it for a bit. If you're like me, I love the sound of washing machine dryers. Not loud, clanky ones, but this one has a nice sound to it. And it's telling you right here that it's washing right now, and then it'll blink when it's spinning, and it'll blink when it's rinsing, then it'll blink when it's spinning. Okay. And this means that I can open the door right here, that little plus sign, but I have to press pause before I do so. That's how loud it is. It's nice and quiet, you guys. It's not loud at all. And also when it spins, I'm going to record that cycle as well. So this is it actually washing. You can hear it and see it. Oh my God, it smells so good. Super quiet, you guys. Alright, so as you can see, not loud at all. I'm going to go ahead and let it wash. You were able to hear it. and I'm gonna record when it goes to the spin cycle. So now it's on the rinse cycle. A little bit louder on the rinse cycle. I'm interested to see the spin cycle. And as you can see, on the rinse cycle, the little shirt with the plus sign went off, so you're no longer able to open it and add clothing to it while it's rinsing. Now the door is locked. All right. So now it's indicating that it has one more spin to go. Since the automatic setting for perm press was 2 spins, now it has one more spin to go. I mean, again, this was a small load, so I could have gotten away with a quick wash, but I wanted you guys to see like the whole process. So now it looks like it's going to enter into the spin cycle now, which is what we're all dying to see. All right, here goes the spin cycle. So that sound you hear is coming from the back. That's the water emptying out. That's not the actual machine itself, you guys. It hasn't started spinning yet. The water is draining. And now we're gonna see if it spins and it shakes like crazy or if it's just minimal. Here we go, it's spinning. All right, now it's spinning. That extra sound you hear is my door. If you don't have a door there, it'll probably be a little quieter. Here we go, it's spinning again. See what happens when I open up this door here, because it's making a little clanging sound. There we go. So much quieter. And it doesn't shake. It shakes a little. Not too much. Wow, spin cycle is great. How quiet that is. Definitely a winner. If you don't like really loud sounds, this is a really great washer and dryer. Well, washer, we haven't tried out the dryer just yet, but this spin cycle, super smooth. It's not clanky, it's not banging around, and mine's a stacked, so you would think it would be shaking right now, but very impressed and very happy with my purchase. This is letting me know that it's done with a beautiful little song. Oh, that was cute. All right, here we go, y'all. Now we're going to take out our clothes. Okay. Wow, it's nice and damp. It's not dripping wet. I know when I go to the laundromat, a lot of times it's like drippy, but it's damp. Wow, that's a really good rinsing cycle you got there. Now we're going to go ahead and test out our dryer. Make sure things are not all tangled up. These are rinsed so well that if you have something that you want to air dry, it'll definitely dry without dripping onto the floor. That's how well this washing machine rinsed my clothes. And these are heavy things. Like these are my onesie PJs and it's like it's almost dry. Wow. That is amazing. I'm so used to the old school washer and dryer that were in my old apartment when I used to rent, or the washers in the laundromat that I was using prior to getting this. And the rinse cycle is not this thorough, you guys. Not like this one. All right, here we go. I believe I got everything. Yep, I got everything out. I like to leave it slightly open so it can air out, and I also like to wipe it dry. Now, let's do our dryer. And I'm going to put it on, let's see. I'm going to do, since I did perm press wash, I'm gonna do perm press dry as well. And for perm press dry, the dryness level automatically goes to 3. Temperature automatically goes to 3, and it's 31 minutes. There we go. Again, nice and quiet. It's not clanking around. It's not loud at all. I think everything is very quiet. The loudest part was when it was actually filling up with water, and when the back part was emptying out the water. That was the loudest part. But as far as the machines go, minimal noise, you guys. Great quality. I mean, listen to the dryer. It's not shaking. It's a nice, soft, soothing sound for those of you who enjoy white noise. I do. I love white noise. I love washing clothes. Love drying. To me, it's like therapeutic. But yeah, listen to that. Nice and quiet. No shaking, no banging, no clanking. All right, you guys. And I personally love having my laundry section downstairs because I do like to watch TV and fold my clothes, and I don't like to do that on my bed. So I like that I have my island here. I can now, when everything comes out, I'm going to dump it into my island, fold everything while I watch television. All right, so that's the end of this video. I hope that I was able to share a lot of the features of the Samsung Stackable washer and dryer with you, and that you were able to see how quiet it is, or the loudness of it. My personal opinion, this is an awesome washer and dryer. It has minimal noise. It's great quality. It has a lot of features. I love it. It was worth the price. I purchased mine at Home Depot for about $718. And make sure, if you want yours stacked, that you also go and you put the stacking kit in your cart. It will not do that for you automatically, even though you're paying to have it installed. Just a little hint there. And yeah, I love it. It's really great quality for a great price. I love all the features. And that is all, you guys. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you, and be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go. Next week, I'm going to be posting how I'm turning this little itty bitty hallway. I'm going to turn this into a laundry nook, you guys. It's going to be my little laundry center. I already have the cute little laundry sign up top, another little sign right here. But you won't believe how I can turn such a tiny hallway into something that's functional and pretty. So stay tuned. That's all for today, you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time, ciao.